Good evening, all. How are you all doing? I hope you are well. Hopefully, you can hear me. That's if I brought everything down.
Good evening, all.
Yeah, there we go. It's all done. Yeah, we're all there. Good.
That's if I brought everything down.
Good. You can hear me all. I hope you guys are fine. Who have we got? We've got Dave. Good evening. We got Daniel. Carl. Daniel. Good evening. We got Carl. Good evening. And we had Sam as well. Good evening, Sam. I did see you that you had logged in earlier and said hello. So, yeah, good evening, guys. I don't know what's going on with the chat. Let me. Oh, what's it done now? Why has the chat gone down there? It shouldn't be. Let me just do Control F5 on the YouTube page because it's just playing up. It should come back up with everything. Top chat should be live chat. There we go. Kanan, good evening. How are you all doing? Welcome to the stream, guys. Right, so yeah, it's a little message that I left first thing this morning on the Discord channel. Basically, I needed help with picking 5 routes for tonight. Are you going to the Bahamas farewell event at Loughborough tomorrow? No, I won't be. You're currently driving a 158 on the Midland Mainline. Kanan, I live on the south coast, and it will be best part of half a day to get up there. And that'll be partly between Bournemouth and Southampton by bus, which I don't really want to do, to be honest. So no, I wouldn't be going up that end. I can't even afford to go to the Great Electric Train Show at Milton Keynes this weekend. And I'm absolutely annoyed with that because that is one thing I wanted to go to this year, which obviously I've now had to postpone until next year. If I have a job. If I don't, then yeah, it will be the same thing. I probably won't be going. It's annoying the hell out of me, but you know, it is. It's one of those things. Good evening there, Tom. Can I just say as well to people, I hope you're okay, Tom. By the way. I haven't done. Hold on, let me just do the Facebook pages and everything. I'm not going to start answering your questions, mate, on streaming. I can't do that. Hold on, Control C. Actually, let me just message him. Sorry, can't. Hold on. There we go. He'll respond. They always do. That's done. Right, I need to go on the Facebook page and put it in. I'll be 2 seconds, guys. Yeah, so it's a bit of a no on that. Usually with me at the moment, trips out require a few days to a few weeks planning. Because A, I've got to have the funds, and B, I have to be well enough to do it. So yeah, right. Let's go into the Train Sim World community. So put that done. Post. That should be done already. I'm actually feeling rather still quite rough. Bit of a chest infection now, which is good. Yes, we're fine. Just booting up TSW. You mean? Yeah, I've not been well over the last few days. Been feeling pretty ill. Chest infection now. So yeah, Sam, travel. You're currently driving the 158. Daniel, you're tired. You've just gone to bed. You're just falling asleep driving trains. Yeah, it will do that. It will do. I was doing that. I'd installed Gran Turismo 7 last night. No, yesterday, because I want to do I want to get the Gilles Villeneuve track and the Yas Marina circuit that come to Gran Turismo in December. So, because they are 2 of my favourite tracks in the world. So yeah, I want to be driving them in GT7. So I've been playing that and loving it. Annoyed because I can't afford Battlefield 6. I can afford it, but then I won't have any money for Christmas. So yeah, I've got to make decisions, and I've got to make a bit of hard choices of what I can have. I definitely won't be wasting money on Call of Duty 7 Black Ops, so I won't touch that at all. It's crap. Hi, Trayman Studios. How are you? Hey there, Hentis Rail. Not going to stay for long as I'm live in 12 minutes for TSW6. Loving the content as well. Thank you very much. Really, really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Oh, jeez. I've got so much stuff around me at the moment. It's making me uncomfortable. No. Thank you. Pop in. Say hello. Just to say something about memberships, guys. Also be aware that your membership may... Some people will their membership will they'll let their membership automatically go out, their membership payments. Some people don't. It probably would be easier if you did let membership payments do automatically, because if you leave it for so long, you just revert back to the first badge if you do then decide to join up. So just a little bit of word of warning. Yeah, sorry, it's just a bit warm actually because I'm hot. I'm just going to open my window a little bit more. It's been closed most of the day, but I've had the oven on and I've now got the rather warm PlayStation pumping out heat, and I've also got the notepad pumping out a lot of heat as well as the TV. So, and I'm also recording some films on the TV as well. Yay, more films to watch. Right, so yes, right. Regarding routes, we have 5 routes to drive tonight, but we are going to be doing another one, which will be in a minute. I'll give you a hint. Where it says to the trains, it's just off to the left, and it will tell you there what the route is. So we will be driving that. We'll be finishing the save game, which I did on Monday. I want to finish that scenario off. So I don't really fancy sitting on my arse doing that again on a Monday. So, yeah. But the other routes we are driving will be Southeastern Highspeed, Manchester Airport Commuter, Frankfurt S Bahn, Ruhr Nord, East Coast Mainline as well. So, yeah. And I've got loads of people messaging me now. So, yeah, but we're going to crack on. Yeah. Right. Oh dear. I do apologise for blowing your speakers out. Right, anyway, so if you want to give me some loving, give it in a monetary value or in the hearts as well. Or 100% of both. But hey, you know. Let's crack on. First route is going to be Mittenwald line and a shovelly time. So basically, this is the save game of the scenario that I did on Monday. I want to get that one out of the way because I don't fancy doing it. Hi, Ralph fan guy. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Right, if I remember. I need my keyboard. Sorry for not showing up on the other ones. No worries, no worries. You know, you can watch it. Come on. Crocodile, yeah, I'm trying to finish this scenario. But that's not moving, is it? It is. It's the. I can't remember what one it is, but. The OBB 1020. Yeah, I was doing the Shovelly Time scenario, and then I went to reverse on the stock, and I spadded because I'm a dumbass. So I've got a 2 hour 30 or hour and 30 scenario to do on Monday. So I thought, let's get this one done. So that's one scenario done, or two scenarios done. I think you got to do 3 scenarios for the what you call it. They always love their scenarios in the rain, Dovetail. That sounds even worse. Oh yeah, I saw the pictures you were doing of the, was it the Railjet? Could turn that down a bit, it's a bit loud in my ears. Yeah, I've had to turn it down. So I want to get this scenario out of the way. What I will do, I will save it just after I get up by the signal. Yeah, it is a little bit like that. So yeah, then the next route we'll be driving is Southeastern Highspeed after this. These routes were chosen by Dave, Bradley, me, somewhere around here there's a red light. Right, let me just quickly save that, just in case I do run the red light again. You got Newcastle class today. Oh, cool. What, model railway or in Train Sim World? Oh, I've got to do it this way, haven't I? So where's this red light then? Model on a stand. Oh, cool. Where's the red light? That one? Yes, they ordered a Railjet with a fake cab car. Use sleeping cars and more variations of the one OBB coach from Semmering. Oh, cool. Right, so it's saying there's a red light there. Let me... Hold on, I'm just going to concentrate on getting this done. Ha! And made some double-decker wagons to go with it. Oh, awesome. By the way, a few days back you made a livery for the Belgian Class 18 on the Vectron. Oh, cool. Set the red lights to turn off. Hold on a minute. Oh, those red lights. Really? My cab. There it is. Hi Sam, you love playing TSW, you find it relaxing and it calms you down. It's your comfort game. That's fair enough, mate. That is fair enough. Let's close the doors. Right, so I've got to change the brakes over now to train brake, but I've got to release 100% train brake. Right, in theory, we should just go. Double check, proceed as signals indicate. I'm going to save it again because I've done the bit of the job there. So now I want to save it. Bloody phone's just attacking me now. Right. Should have his pantograph down, to be honest. That's pretty cool. It's always good when you actually create something within Trains and World as like a livery, and it's really good when when you go around seeing it in the game. It's either we put up with that loco, or we put up with that as well. So, Train Sim World got its second major update. You're thinking of making a Russian EP20 and double-decker wagons, but I'm not sure what locos to use for the look of it. I wouldn't be able to help you there at all, to be honest. No, it's not what I wanted. I didn't need to do that. There we go, that's good. We got it going. Yeah, there was an update yesterday for Train Sim World 6. Problems with the Riviera line and the BR294. So basically the 150, the physics, it's like it takes nearly 30 minutes to go up to, it takes about 7 minutes to go up to 30 miles an hour with the 150. And there's still a lot of faults with it that come on. No, that's cool, that's cool. So it is, be aware that Dovetail do know about it. So it will be worked on. Also to do with the faults as well. Because you end up getting more and more faults. So a patch has been released on Steam because they can do update Steam as and when. But they got to wait for certification. Good evening there, Jack. How are you, sir? They got to wait for certification for the PS4, the PlayStation, and the Xbox consoles. But yeah, there's a problem with the BR294 journeys as well. Fantastico. Awesome. That's good, guys. Just booked 2 more flights. Oh, awesome. Where to? Well, hold on. Germany, probably, no doubt. Hell, awesome. Yeah, it's usually a one-way journey there, so I think you're lucky if you're getting a return. You're not joking either. Probably a town in Germany called Hell. The hell and back. So where are we going then? Oh, we've got to go to Tyrrell, platform 3, wherever that is. It's a town near Trondheim, which I know Trondheim quite well. Oh, look at that. Yep, hate to be a train going down there. There's also a hell in Poland. Yes. It'd be great when you do these scenarios that it was never raining in them, but Dovetail love rain in their scenarios. Don't know why. It could well be. The little boat trip around the city. Oh, awesome. So, some of you guys know, some of you guys don't, but I finally had my balcony fixed on Thursday. So, I spent yesterday afternoon getting all the bits out and doing what I need to get the balcony back sorted, making it look good, that I can actually just go out there, sit, have a drink, a little read of a magazine, and yeah. So, I'm really, really happy about that. You're flying to Stockholm, then doing a sleeper train to somewhere beginning with B, and then some other train. You're out there for 4 days. Oh, awesome. Personally, I wish I had the money to do that at the moment. I just don't. I'm struggling to stay in a budget of £50 a week on, you know, for shopping. I go over it every weekend, and I had to use my credit card today. Then of course this week I also got to be careful because I also had PlayStation Network direct debit go out. And of course you're going to Germany as well. Go on, go for it. Wow. You've realised why you like the new TSW menu music. Why is that then, Jack? It is growing on me. It's definitely growing on me. Ice 3 Siemens Vestro or Ice 3 Neo Bolero. I have no idea. I think I know what the Valero looks like, but I don't know about the 3 Neo one. Oh, I don't know, to be honest. Because when you load into the game, it's got GTA 4.5. Then it goes down here when it morphs into the Dovetail crap. Well, it originally is the Dovetail stuff. For the 3 Neo models. I mean, the music isn't bad, to be honest. But I've also, the other thing is as well, I've got to say, I've got all of the last 3 of them now. I've got all 3 of them, last 3 versions. But last year was the one that we got remixes of them, so they're quite good. Two and a half kilometres to go. So why don't they just build a bridge or a tunnel from there across there instead of having to piss us about all through there? So we've got to go there and then Tyrol, which I suspect is that place there. Where's the train go? You don't know, maybe the revenue or maybe civilization, otherwise it's too thick on the mountain. Yeah. But at least I don't have to put over CFAT. Oh, to go via, don't make me stop. So next up will be Southeastern Highspeed. Hopefully it will be, I wonder if we've got to wait for a train to come out. No, TSW5 is off the PlayStation. It's even off the PC as well. FIFA. It really doesn't warrant keeping it on the PC or keeping it on 300 odd gigs worth on the PlayStation when I need the space, to be honest. I think as we hit the I was going to say GoPro then. to go via it will clear to a green, but because it's at a red, you have to stop. You know, you have to, well, prepare to stop. Your brain stopped working. Well, at least yours does stop occasionally. Mine's permanently gone. Yeah, you're right there, Jack. Bradley is getting ready for his cruise around the Med this week, and so he is on holiday. There we go. We don't need to stop. Wonder how late he is. Right, okay. Yeah, so he is at the airport tonight. He's leaving early, so whether he's getting a couple of hours kit, he did say he might pop in and say hello. So, but yeah, it's members only stream tomorrow as well, and it will be Train Sim World tomorrow. And that's the that's the wrong one. Let's click that. I do love my notepad. My notebook, sorry. Make sure you keep the acceleration up on this. Okay, see you later, Ralph, thank God. Cheers, really appreciate it. Dropping a few frames here. Yeah, so at least one of my members only streams is going to be live. The Train Sim World members only streams, that is, will be live on sorry, will be on the PC, so we'll be going through OBS with it. That'll be at some point. More than likely won't be tomorrow. It'll probably be the next one. So the next one next Sunday will be Farm Sim. Yay. So it'll be the one in November. The first one in November will be on PC, and that'll be live. So yeah. Yeah, we got the show for Birmingham Crewe for this week. Driving a 103 with some retro OBB coaches on left Rhine. Oh, nice. I'm looking forward to the one. Is it the 145 coming out with the freight wagons as well? I quite like the look of them. Yeah, 145 expert and 140 will come with Stuttgart. Yeah, I'm loving the look of that. You need to book a trip to Munich to get some bashing done on the 420s. I hope they're friendly. So we've got to stop just up here. So we've got a 5-day, well, 7-day blockade coming in November. It's various work along the route between Bournemouth and Poole and Dorchester. And one of them is the sidings at Poole are going to be looked at again. God knows what they're going to do in 5 days. I think they're going to cure the drainage problem. Don't know yet if there's going to be any engineers trained though, whether it just probably be RRVs or something. Yeah, well, that wood in this weather would be no good. Good job. Shut down the loco, then it's time for coffee break. We will return the loco to Innsbruck later. Marvellous. I must have set the wiper start off, haven't I? Shut that off. Missed it. Set the master key to locked. You're never ever going to remember this. Thank you. Let's see how you did. Yay. We got a gold on that one. Yeah, didn't do too well with that. Oh, a bit of a hard impact on that as well. Bloody hell. Main menu. Right, Southeastern Highspeed will be next. And if I can get this sorted. I'm kind of hoping that it will pick up that it's I definitely find it takes longer now at the moment just to go back to the menu. But started doing this in TSW5. There you go. So click back and go to Dovetail Live. Wait until the photo gallery buffers. Cha-ching! Oh, excuse me. Go over to Mastery. I am tired today. I've been really tired all day. Complete 3 scenarios. Well, that's just not working, is it? Mittenwald is what we want. Well, I think it's one that I've done, which is this one, but I'm sure I've done another one. But whether it's counted it or not at first, I don't know. Actually, we are doing Frankfurt S Bahn in a bit. What ones have we got to do left on that? Complete 2 empty depot move timetables with the BR 430. Remind me about the those, because we'll probably end up doing those, and then I'll end up doing a service. Right, but we've got Southeastern Highspeed and Manchester thingy to go next. So I think we're going to do a 395 service. What do you reckon? I played the Dutch route for a while, actually. Apparently, the excuse me, driving 103 with retro OBB coaches, awesome. Apparently, the 395008 that ran off the rails, wherever it was, it was there for about 6 months. Hold on a minute. The damaged end of it, I think, it's been put onto a low loader, and it's at Southampton docks. So whether that's going back to Japan or not, I don't know. Apparently, it's been sighted down at Southampton docks. We've done a lot, haven't we? Oh, Arlington are doing the work. Okay. So, yeah, they need to get it into Arlington at some point. Well, you know what? That is going to be absolutely brilliant, trying to get it over that bloody bridge. Campbell Road Bridge, over the main line. Why has it been taken to the docks? Just know that they can't. Surely they can't. They want to make it railworthy and drag it in. Okay, that will probably be the reason then, because they can just put it on the thingy, can't they? On the thing and get a loco to bring it in, and it will be done overnight, I suspect. Right, we're looking for a Faversham to St Pancras or Faversham to St Pancras to Faversham that I've not actually done. There we go. Oh, could do an ECS service. 5 Foxtrot 55. Faversham to St Pancras International. We'll do that one. We'll have a few light clouds, bring them down a bit. Bit windy as well. Right. We're driving an ECS to St Pancakes. So that's all TT apart from that one. If you don't know what TT is, it's a timetable. Right, shall we get on then? Ew. It's a bit dark out, isn't it? Oh, well, I think we're going to go for night running there. Let's boot her up. Can't see anything. So guys, class 90 coming. That's pretty cool, isn't it? It's the Is it the freight version or the passenger version that's coming? I think it's the freight version. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. What am I missing here? Switch her on first, that will help. Wonder if it expects us to do... Where's the DRA? I can never remember where the bloody DRA is now. There she is. Yeah, I wonder if they expect us to do the power changeover. Oh, it is a go via, so we can do it. And we've got a couple to. Oh, that's going to be interesting. I've not done that. So we're going to do the power changeover on the fly, which is good because it's going to be downhill. Yes, they do them on the move in real life, yeah, which is quite cool. A bit like the old TGV. And I believe, if I remember rightly, you actually get to do that as standard in Train Sim Classic, if I remember rightly. Your IETs do them on the move from diesel to electric and vice versa. Oh, crap balls. Yeah, I've not tried doing the power moves, the power changeovers at the moment on one of those, which I will do at some point. Don't do it on the move and the electro starts. What, does it break? What are we today? We are 395. 029? 029. Oh, look, this is supposed to be ECS. We'll go in the meltdown shutdown. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Oh, the 377 did it at Wilson. That's not good. It'd be great trying to do one with a 444. We had 10 car 444 go to Weymouth. Or come from Weymouth. Hi, Dave. More people than a rail tour. Yeah. Yeah, it was a 444 fail at Weymouth. And they had to get it back to Bournemouth or Brampton. So what they did, they sent down a spare 444 and hauled it back to Branksome. Yeah, I don't know what the problem was, but yeah, it was my mate Kenji. Was it Kenji or Nuclear Cheesecake? It's either Kenji or Nuclear Cheesecake. Kenji is also known as Munchie Flip Flops, which I thought was an absolutely brilliant name. I think it might have been Nuclear Cheesecake, actually. Enjoyed this, guys. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Maybe you can see the old crossing lights that you do anyway. Say to people when they fail for a hissy fit and demand to be rescued. Yeah. I can always remember when the 4VEP rescued the 66 after it blew its brakes. Can you have a return ticket from Faversham to St Pancras, please? Yeah, it's 275 quid. And the 4VEP had to push the 66 and the loaded sand wagons out of the way. Ooh, that's not good for a 701. Gulps, yeah. Probably costs more, actually, in real life. Nah, it doesn't cost as much as 200. I think from Chatham to St Pancras on High Speed 1, it was about £27 back in August. Mind you, though, it was still cheaper. It was about £8 from Chatham to London Victoria. No, it wasn't London Victoria. It was London Bridge that I had to go to. But I just wanted to get there a lot quicker. Plus, the good thing was I actually managed to get it all reimbursed as well. So, yeah. Oh yeah, train fares are definitely outrageously overpriced. I can remember going to Eastleigh back in the 80s for £5.25. It's now costing you £27 from Poole to Eastleigh. I can remember spending a lot of weekends going to London. £25 for a Capital One rail card. Don't want to sit on the 700 from Chatham to London Bridge. No, that's why I went to. I got the 395. Sheffield to Cheltenham is £85 return. Bloody hell. It's not very often I do one of these in the dark or dusk these days. Train Sim World 6 is just like others, only the graphics have had a bit of brush needed, but there's still to be honest, it's the graphics really haven't. They're still using the Unreal 426. So, and this is where people turn around and say, oh, it looks exactly the same as 5, because it's still using the same game engine. And it will use that. They won't, as far as I'm aware, there are no plans for having this version of Train Sim World going to UE5. It will just stick with UE426. And I think they have worked on the optimization a fair bit. I have noticed it has been a bit smoother, although the jerkiness, it's actually an Unreal thing and not a Train Sim World thing. But there has been improvements in the actual game. But there again, you apply the patch, what they did yesterday, and it screwed up the 294's journeys and the 150. It's really bogged down with the acceleration. So yeah. As for a lot missing, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, like, what would you say is missing? You know, I am speeding here a bit, so I apologise. I mean, I can turn around and say now, don't even bother saying about multiplayer, because it is not going to happen. If they did go to UE5, no routes will come over, then watch the forums, etc. Oh yeah, definitely. And this is what people don't understand. This is what they do not understand. It's not going in. And we know how much people on the forums and social media listen to what they say on Train Sim World, because people are still asking, when is it coming? When is the Crewe Birmingham route coming out for Gen 8? When will there be a version? It ain't coming out for Gen 8. End of. And it's just so annoying that, you know, you got to spend most of your time sometimes replying to people's questions because they just can't be asked. I mean, there was one, he wanted to know what the specs were for the PC version of Train Sim World 6, but he wanted to know whether it would work with his PC. Yet he never put down the specs for his PC. And I said, go to trainsimworld.com, look at the FAQ, the FAQ. It's there. Hi Alex, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. More people walking around, forest fires, etc., aircraft in the air, etc. Weather system is still useless. To be honest, I've not really tried the dynamic. I have had dynamic weather on, but not all the time. If you put more people walking around, I think I agree with, yes, passengers, but then that will put more of an impact. There is a problem with passengers, so yeah, I can understand that. You're going to be doing the Riviera Line route today? No. We did Mittenwald, which I finished off the scenario that I started last week on Mittenwald. We're doing Southeastern Highspeed, Manchester Commuter, Manchester Airport Commuter, Frankfurt S Bahn. Hold on, let me get what we've got here. Ruhr ignored and East Coast Mainline. Yeah, well, I did the video, didn't I? Released the video of a passenger coming out and just going, To infinity and beyond! Up in the air. Oh. So, yeah, that did that as a short. That's got proved quite popular. Yeah, there's a problem with the 150. So until it gets 66 railhead treatment train. Oh, okay. There are the odd planes going around. Again, forest fires, very rare. And it will probably impact on performance as well. So, yeah, a bit of a hit and miss, that one. Where are we? Oh, God, this is Rhein. And we've got red coming up. You know when your C4 will go off as your DSD goes off for a second before. Yeah. The problem with the 150 is that the engine sounds a poop. Engine, well, recorded from actual 150 on runs down to Painting and back, and day at the depot as well. It was a ECS run down to Painting. They did one or two of them. You still love the Tracing World Sims, all of them, hours of fun, yep. But yeah, for me, it just can't seem to find that finishing touch for some reason. I prefer playing the 150 as a guard than driver. Oh, well, that's good then, because if you do it at the moment, the acceleration is piss poor on it. I don't know what it is mixed into, but yeah. Don't really think we're going to see a lot at Who Junction either. You say it doesn't sound like a 150. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I mean, you probably get to see them every day, to be honest, or every other day. Are we just outside, is it Gravesend? Gillingham. It's Gillingham. Hopefully until we finish with the East Coast Mainline. Or until I decide to drop off asleep and spad. And then get someone to phone me on Discord. Hopefully that won't happen. It took you about 4 hours yesterday to figure out how to use the Javelin, only until you watched a YouTube video you knew how to use it. Yeah, it is, to be honest, it's a steep learning curve, to be honest, because you are driving an actual thing that, you know, and how it all works. Now I've got to do the power change on the fly in the dark. This is going to be fun. I'll put the cab light on actually. There we go. Yeah, I've played Train Sim World 4. I've played all the Train Sim World since 2018. Go for it. We've got 2 yellows. I'm kind of hoping that one that was in front of us has actually gone on straight on up to Victoria through the other way. Ooh, 37 in the bay. Number 4 was good. So that's now gone. That's just gone green. Yeah, 2 was good, and rush hour as well. Do you know how to contact the signaller as you were trying to leave the depot, but nothing was happening at the signal? You couldn't change. It's definitely not that one. I'll just open the doors. If you have a keyboard, I use the tab key. It's all this shift button stuff now, isn't it? He wants a signaller, not the platform. Yeah, on the keyboard it's just tab, and you've got contact signaller there. Look. Let me just there we go. What was that, Angel? Yeah, Alex, there are problems where the train may not move because it has a red light issue. Oh crap, we've got a red light ahead. Oh yeah, if you're using the keyboard on the PS5, oh that's a point, I've not put this down. I've got to make sure that when I do this, it's the PS5 or PC version. Long press of the circle button. There you go. Oh, denied. Wait for signal to check. Oh crap! Just what I'm not concentrating. I only realised I was coming up to the red, which I knew I was, but realised it was that close because I denied. Wait for signal. Don't. And I was thinking, I must remember to put in PS5 or PC. Whoops. On the screen, the stream. Because I forget to do it. So obviously there's a little bit of graphic quality difference in the PC and the PS5 version of Trains and Worlds. So yeah. You have a gaming laptop. Oh, cool. Well, I've got the PC, the PS5, and I have the PC. And I have a i9 10850K core Intel job, 1TB solid state drive for the Windows 11, 32GB DDR4 RAM, and NVIDIA GeForce 3060 12GB GDDR6 RAM as well. 8TB external HUD with another 300GB external HUD as well. Hey, hard drive, sorry. So yeah. So it runs a bit better than. This was my nuked PC, which blew itself up last year. But thanks to Train Simulator Drive, I've got a new motherboard, CPU, and memory. So yeah, I owe him a lot, to be honest. Right, so we've got a red coming up. So coming up to a red, I'm not following my own guidelines here. We should be down to at least 10 miles an hour. Yeah, if you're playing on the PlayStation or your Xbox, on the PlayStation it's the left-hand button. On the PlayStation it's the circle key. Denied, wait for signal to change. And I can't remember, is it the B key on the controller for the Xbox? But he's just left. I'm kind of hoping. I've got a yellow now. I'm just going to wait and see where he goes. I've probably got a double yellow by the time I go back. Oh, he's got a green. Where's he going though? Oh, that's cheap. Oh God, Faversham to St Pancras. Really? Ugh. So I'm going to be chasing him all the way now. Bugger. B on the Xbox. There you go. What are you on again, Alex? PS4. So it'll be circle on your controller. Circle there, look. But it says proceed as signals indicate. I highly recommend you get a USB keyboard because it's invaluable, because you can do this as well. Oh, 700. Get a USB keyboard. You also recommend makes life so much easier. It does. Definitely does. Right. So that's a yellow coming up there. That's one on there. I don't want to be waiting on the junction, but I'm going to have to be by the looks of it. There's a red light. It's going down a gradient as well. USB keyboard. Well, it's basically a keyboard for the computer that's USB. Has a USB socket. You can plug it into the the PS4 in the USB sockets. 99.995% of keyboards now for PCs are USB, and their USB is Universal Serial Bus, and yeah, you can use those on the Xbox, PlayStation. People say, "Oh, you can't use it on the PlayStation or the Xbox for Train Sim World." Yes, you can, because it's what I've been using for the last 4 years. So yeah, pick yourself up a little cheap USB keyboard from Argos or something like that. PC, well, I wouldn't say PC World, they're not cheap. I wouldn't say Argos are either, but like, you know, Asda, Tesco, something like that from their tech department. I got a little LED USB keyboard. Make sure, don't get wireless ones, just get USB wired. Do not get wireless ones because they're shit. I hate them. If someone says, "Oh, no, get yourself a wireless one," just say, no, I want a wired one. Yeah, but I tend not to go for stuff like that. Because A, you don't know what's been touching it. And the amount of crap that you find in keyboards these days. You can use a chat pad. I think there's something similar to that for the PlayStation controller, if I'm right in thinking what it is. It's what I don't like about the Xbox controllers. They don't give you rechargeable batteries for them like the PlayStation does in their controllers, and you're always constantly running out of batteries mid-game. So I went and bought myself some rechargeable ones, full packs of rechargeable batteries. Yeah, keyboards are cheap enough now. Cheap as chips. That should be a red light just before the no, it's actually in the tunnel. There we go. I think it's all going to... Oh, hello. Just completely forgot. I'm under... Just got to slow down. I don't think we need to worry about what's in who, because for some strange reason I don't have any liveries coming over to Train Sim World 6. No idea why. Yeah, they are cheap enough now, so We got a green, so we're good. Plus 90, where will the destination be from? Well, I suspect it will be the 90s will be coming down on the freight, going into on the intermodal stuff that runs into Wembley Yard. Whether we also get to see it spawn in on Birmingham Crewe, I hope so, because you got Basford Hall, so I'm kind of hoping there's going to be some like Freightliner branded 66s there. Not saying there will be, but that would be great to see, because they do have the Freightliner the Freightliner license. So you got Basford Hall, which is obviously at Crewe, and then obviously you'll have DB stuff there as well. So it'd be nice to see Freightliner 90s, Freightliner 66s, even though they're based on the DB 66 from 2018. Good morning there, young train simulator driver. How you doing, mate? Happy Sunday. You are in Wales and you never see any trains from Cardiff Central to Masteg in South Wales. You wish they did that route to make the game a lot better. To be honest, I didn't really think I'd get on well with the Cardiff City network, and I really do enjoy it. This tunnel always reminds you of the educational films in high school, The Journey Through the Sperm. Oh my god. Really? So the wonder it's taking an hour. We're behind another bloody train, aren't we? Which is stopping everywhere. Right, so we get to play the What's in Who game. Well, there's at least 2 DB66s as booked. Make that 3 as booked. And that's it. Oh, 4 as booked. Yeah, got a chest infection, so suffering with that. Got my balcony back now. So we had one guy came round and he put these new supports under. I wasn't very happy about them going over to supports, still using supports. But these are different supports that hold the flagstones up. And he's also gelled them, basically adhesive gel. On the supports and the actual flagstones. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. On my little window boxes, all the balcony boxes, where I got my daffodils and that in, I put grass on them yesterday. The legal stuff, by the way. So they'll start sprouting grass. I'm not going to do flowers next year. I replanted my lavender bush. I did all that yesterday afternoon, and I was really pleased with myself. Realised I forgot this morning that yesterday I forgot to actually do my members only video, my members first video. So yeah, which I released it today to everyone anyway. You're assuming to live stream from. I'm assuming to live stream from a PS4. You've got to be connected to the internet. Yes. You can live stream from PS4. Well, I did it with the PS4 Pro. But yeah, you can live stream. I wouldn't suggest. Well, you might get away with it with TSW4, but anything higher, nah. I'd also seriously think about investing in probably getting a PS5. You would need to use a capture card and a PS5 PC, or get a PS5. Yeah, he's only got Train Sim World 4. So he's not got TSW5 or TSW6 as far as I'm aware. But yeah, I would recommend, as soon as you can afford it, to update to. Is that a Here's a green light. Everyone look away. I think it TPWS me, didn't it? I'll try and find where the hell's the TPW? Oh, there you go. Right, okay, that's good. Southside. Oh, awesome. Nah, you could, you know, the thing is, for games that are like built for the PS4 in the PS4 time, you can live stream them. Anything that basically incorporates stuff that's still being released now, you may have a bit of a problem trying to live stream them from within the console itself. So yeah, what Paul was saying is right. Basically, you know, either a PS5 or, you know, a PC capture card and that. But some of the early stuff, which was available around when the PS4 was proud before the PS5, yeah, got no problem live streaming it, because that's what I did. Now, it's all to do with the safety systems. I approached the signal, the red signal, pretty too fast. Hi Nick, how are you? Sadly, the Class 220 is still bugged with its doors stuck at Newton Abbot. Doors closed, but message to close doors, not cleaning, clearing and unable to continue journey no matter what I try. Yeah, it's still bugged. The only thing I can suggest is, if you redo it, just turn the faults off. I know there's problems with the PS4 and the PS5, well, the PlayStation and the Xbox, where it still comes up with loads of faults even though you turn the faults off. Yeah, that's sorted on the PC, but the Xbox and PlayStation still have to be certified. Yes, it's in TSW6. Is that 66? Surely not. It is. There's 465, you dumbass. He's got his lights on. Get your lights off, mate. I've got a very funny feeling we won't be going non-stop through Ebbsfleet. We'll be stopped outside. Yeah, the PC version has been fixed. There was another fix pushed last night on Steam. It can be done. They can send out builds to Steam 2 or 3 times a day, but because of the Xbox and PlayStation, how it's done, it has to go through certification, and it's literally in the queue to go through. Hi Adam, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Another 465? It's not very often I get to drive this route at night. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's probably something they've introduced when they try to redo the patch. It's just, this is what they got to be careful of, and obviously it's worked probably in the dev version, but this is the difference between dev versions and the game versions. It doesn't show up, and I think they need to check on these versions to make sure it does before it goes out. It's extra work, I know, but apparently the 294 journeys are bugged as well. I need to have a look at that in a minute. So we're going to have to stop at Ebbsfleet so I can do the power changeover. Nah, we've got a green. This is going to be fun. Well, they do. They do. Trust me, they do test. They do test, but they turn around and said sometimes it doesn't appear on the dev build, which is the dev consoles, but it appears in game. So yeah, they're trying to figure out how and why and wherefore and all that sort of stuff. Right, so that's the station there. So we are going to be doing this on the fly. There we go. Now in theory, yeah. Did we... Let's TTWS around here. Come on. Is my pantograph up? I thought the doors were open then. That one's down. This one at the back should be up. And it's not up. Oh, there's a problem. There we go. Just hear it go up. It didn't do it because when I went to change it, I was when I did it the second time to change it, I was still in forward. I wasn't neutral. There we go. Oh, that stop at Totnes was fine, but it bombed at Newton Abbot. You treated yourself to Cargo Line Volume 3 and had a nice intermodal run from Wembley up to Milton Keynes. You do enjoy doing freight runs in the 66. Might be able to do it in a 90 soon. Yay! All aboard! I think there's a few people aboard. Don't even know where we're going. Free coffee and biscuit, yeah, tea and biscuits. The 86 and 87 are awesome. You just got to know how to use the tap changer on it, which is really, really good when you get to use it. Pain in the arse sometimes, but I love it. So we'll also be running fast through Stratford. I think we missed the 60. We may be lucky and see a freight train or something go down on the left. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. We do about 225. Railway should be joining us from underneath here. There it is. Yeah, it was built on the marshes, wasn't it? The flats. Where it goes round, coming out of East London, down into Kent on the Medway Flats sort of thing. I have a book on the creation of some of the stuff on the 66 shunt 66. There should be a 66 that side and another 66 that side. .66 there, and the other one's here, which you might not see. Didn't see it. Yeah, there's about two or three runs, I think it is. Might not see why, because it's dark. Oh hell yeah. So yeah, we've got a couple up to. I think it would have been that unit that's in front of us. We'll end up coupling up to it. Yeah, it's a nice little run actually. Because I tried to stick it as much as I could to 60 miles an hour. How are you doing, Paul? Anyway. A crappy cloudy nights down here, and it looks like a lot of my LED coloured lights are not working, so gonna have to throw them out. Bugger. Yeah. We're going under the Thames. Doing fine, sunny morning and up at 6:30 AM. What could be better? 7:30 now, you successfully procrastinated an hour. Awesome. Right, so it's just 160 kilometres. Or a little bit less than that actually, about 120, 100. So you could go down, it should be around about 80. You should pop out the tunnel just coming up to Stratford. For the simple reason there's a train stopped in front of us, that's why. It was the 395 in front of us that was stopping, because we're non-stop. There he is. That's why it's the speed's up and down. Doing fine, awesome. So we like this now all the way into London, I think. And to just get before we get to the Lafarge place. And the North London line, it will start to slow down. Manchester Airport commuter is next. I think next Saturday's stream will be on the PC. What, Southeastern Highspeed? It's a good route. Recommend the 465 and 700 as well. Oh, Manc Airport. Ah, right, okay. That's a very good route. Plus you get the added bonus of the stuff from Cardiff City Central and the Pendolino and the 350 in there as well. And the Voyager, strangely enough. And the 323 with passenger announcements. The Voyager 323 has passenger announcements, but the Xbox and PC versions, the PlayStation version doesn't. There's a bar steward panel there. Yeah, but the Class 323 for Manchester Piccadilly has it, as well as the Voyager has it on Manchester Airport. It has it on the PC and Xbox, doesn't have it on the PS5. The only UK content you don't have yet are the 2 Manchester routes, Cardiff network, and the 2 Steam routes. Alright. Steam's alright, not too bad, I suppose. Cardiff's great. Manchester Glossop, it's alright. Well, just coming up onto AWS. But either that red light is for us, which is good, because then I can actually just slow down, wait until everything gets in and out of the bloody station, and then I can check to see where my uncoupler button thing is, because I've no idea. I think it's over here somewhere. It's annoying because it's down on a gradient where we're going to be stopping, so you've got to make sure your speed is quite low. So there's the yellow, and the red is going to be literally right after it. There's a red there. I think it's the... No, that's the one. That's the one that closes it. But I don't know where the one that opens it is. Bradley, if he was watching, he'd be able to tell me where it is. That's uncouple. Is my thingy open? No, it's not. How the hell do we open it? I can't remember. I'm looking for the button to open the coupling hatch. I thought, oh, hello. I thought it was over here, but that's the button there to close it. Have a look on the rear bulkhead near where you turn on the AWS. That's that one there. Unit hatch. But it might actually. AWS normal, past traction is a lot. DSD, emergency brake supply. No, it's either... That's the door stuff. Good thing is I'm not holding up traffic, which is pretty cool. Here's 66, can't see what it is though. There it is. Oh, front couple preparation. There you go. Close there, look. He's not, I can't couple to him because he's not got his doors open. I'm gonna have to go in there and couple to him. Ooh, Oh, train bow over there, look. ICE is over there as well. Put a key in. The hell? What are you doing? Get out! So out of that run, I got 750 points. Total score 1,000. Yeah, I don't think that's right. Just got stock at Totnes in the 802 traction lock with no way to clear it. Could I just suggest try opening the cab doors on either side and see if that clears? I know it sounds stupid. Right, Manchester Airport is next, but I need a P&B, so I'll be back. Oh, you tried that, bugger. All the best ones, eh? Oh, back in a minute. Oh, jeez. Oh. All that for 1,000 bloody points, eh? Bloody hell. Right, let me just double check with that just to make sure. Ouch. Being brave, trying PZB. That's cross country, Dave. It's correct. It's correctly emulated that they don't arrive half the time. Oh. No, it's still saying only one of three. That's a bugger. Okay. Right, so the next one is Birmingham. No, it's not. Manchester Commuter. Hi, Master of Southern. How you doing? What are you going to spend your points on, Hentis? Oh, wait, they're useless. What point? Yeah, bloody points. So I've got so many thingy like apps and that gives me points and pounds and everything. So I was just wondering what you're talking about there. So yeah, sorry. It's been a long day. Manchester, where are you? There you are. How long are the 323 services? Let's do Manchester. Let's do that one. Manchester Piccadilly to Stockport on a 323. That'll be fun. Apparently. Bit windy up north. You're all good yourself. I cannot wait for Bremen to Crewe, Crewe to Preston. Yeah, Crewe to Preston. It's the just trains one, isn't it? Bremen to Crewe. Looking forward to that. Having had a cab ride in a Bremen to Crewe U2. Oh, awesome. Be able to compare notes. Right. Let's get this sorted first. No. Window. That's what I want. There you go. Ouch. Ran into that by mistake. AWS. Well, that should. Oh, well, it should, but it isn't. And that'll be that. Stick the key in. We'll do that. Oh no, didn't mean to do that. Wanted that one. Passengers should be coming in. Day headlights. According to your mate who runs on that route, the best thing about it is leaving Birmingham 3 times each shift. That is so true. Right. Let's make sure. Well, no one's getting off, which is pretty cool. Where are we calling it? Lemon's Hume, Heaton Chapel. Oh, we got a little distance to go then. That's cool. Awesome. Shall we crack on? Tendolino. Lemon's Hume in 2.7 miles. Bit of a sedate pace leaving the station. Another Pendo coming in. No voyages here. Every time you pull out of Birmingham, that's what she said, New Street, you find yourself singing ELO's Last Train to London. Hee Okay, that had me worried. Good old bit of ELO. That's when the people around you text 61016, say it's sorted. Yeah, he's not been well, has he, old Jeff Lynn? Bless him. Bradley's favourite speed, 69. Oh, should have been going 45. Whoops, a daisy. Better start slowing down then. Why are there people dropping out on the side here? You can actually emulate the opening bit of telephone line on your modular since it used the same modules from the original ARP 2500 you used. Oh, awesome. On your downhill runs on Friday at the railway, your driver was the Reverend. I was driving and he looked at your speed going downhill, sitting right on the speed limit, and he said, "You're doing this pretty well. I guess you don't get to meet Jesus today." Awesome. Yeah. Oh dear. That's if you believe in those sort of things. I would have turned around and said. I do like upsetting holy people like that. Because they just then go out their way to explain to you why it exists. And I was just like, yeah, whatever. Oh, I guess I don't get to meet Jesus today. Okay. Heaton Chapel is next. For a priest, he's a classic. He's got all the worst dad jokes. Oh, God. So, do we get a Pendolino to pass us? They have to forgive you as well. That makes it so much more fun. I don't think we'll be stopping at Heaton today. Well, we may do. It's very forgiving of your trainee who discovered he had a little more learning to do. Bless. I mean, we're 20 seconds early, so I can spare a little bit of time. Poor bloke thought he was ready. So I said, "Okay, I'll leave you alone, and only step in if you feel unsafe." Well, you had to, which is fair enough. Ooh, 323 on the fast. Well, at the end of the day, we all start somewhere, really, don't we? And we are prone to making mistakes. Some of them could be costly, some of them could be forgiving, but yeah, you only make a costly mistake once, and yeah. As someone's always said to me, it's either your life or their life. Stockport, here I come. Absolutely. He learned a lot from being left alone, and he listened on the way back. He was okay, which is good. It's only really a mistake if you fail to learn the lesson from making it. Well, yeah. A bit late if you blow everyone up, but yeah, you know. We die during it, yeah. Yeah, we've got another Pentalino. Neither I nor driver would have let it get that far. We may not seem like we're watching or concerned, but the eyes are on the job. Yeah, exactly. You always check. At the end of the day, it's your arse on the line as well. So it's always in your interest to keep, you know, just like, instead of just completely switching off and leaving them to it, it's always, you know, you're part of, on the cab, you know, you're part of the experience there as well. At the end of the day, you're the fully, you know, you're the fully trained guy, but this guy is a trainee. So yeah, you know, it's still your responsibility to see that he's doing it right, if you know what I mean. And there you go. Manchester done. 2,946. I got more for that little 14 minutes than that hour-long job with the 395. Bloody ridiculous. Right, we are going to be going to Frankfurt, and we've got to do 2 empty depot moves in the 4:30. Accountable and responsible. I mean, from where I do this new job when this store reopening, and it's all the health and safety stuff they were chucking on me. I am a big advocate of health and safety, but when the actual guy that is supposed to be being the manager of the warehouse, so he's in charge down there, he spends most of his time on the phone while under instruction of what we can do and what we shouldn't be doing for health and safety. And he spends then most of the time leaving it down to us two that are in there to get everything all logged in and booked in, while he just sits about having a fag on his phone. Sifa is your mother. Always whinging every few minutes. Sadly, she hasn't got an acknowledge button. Sifa's annoying. Yes, it is. So, I mean, for instance, one of the things that I was responsible for every Monday, which all three of us down in the warehouse were, is that we had to do a racking check, where we check the racking upstairs and downstairs in the warehouse. And if any problems have been, if it's been damaged and that, we then note it. But then again, whoever's damaged it, it should be noted anyway, because they got to note it. The person that's damaged it has to note it. Well, they don't. That's the thing. And basically, I'm not going to be... If I say on the Monday, when I do the check, and yep, racking's great, no problem, blah, 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 it's all fine. Sign it off as saying it's all fine, no problem. And then literally someone damages the racking with some places they could have forklifts, or we have little pallet trucks, right? And if you damage the racking bad enough that it can tip over, now if that person hasn't said about that and put it in the log saying he's damaged the racking, it's in a dangerous, precarious position sort of thing, it has to be sorted, blah, 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 and mentioned it to me, and I don't know about it, someone comes along and that racking collapses, I've okayed that I've put down saying that racking is fine. I'm responsible for that person getting severely injured or killed, because someone who smashed into the racking and damaged it that bad that it could topple over has failed to put it in the book and mention it. That's what they were putting on me. And there's loads of other stuff as well about the thing that they wanted me to be a fire marshal, and I turned around and said, nope, I didn't want to be a fire marshal. And he goes, why? I said, because if I see a fire, I'm out the door. I said, everyone can fend for themselves. I said, I've even turned. I said to the guy, this is the health and safety guy. I said to the health and safety guy, I said, I even told my mum, I said, there's a zombie apocalypse. I said, you're on your own. And he said, well, your mum's more than capable. I said, well, no. I said, she was wheelchair bound. She wouldn't be able to leave the house without a wheelchair. I said, I'll be buggered if I'm pushing her up a hill. I said, zombies on my arse. I said, I'll leave her to them. And he said, you're cruel. I went, no, I said, she's dead. She didn't mind. I said, she always laughed about it. But, yeah, and it was because of all this, all the stress and hassle that they were putting on me. This is why I turned around and I left the job, because at the end of the day, 2 months later, the guy that was the manager, he got kicked out anyway, because he lummoxed the copper. So he ended up in doing time. The other guy that was there, he spent most of the time up on the roof, not doing anything. Right, we'll do the 2 empty depot moves. There's one there. Empty depot move from Frankfurt, Main. Hold on. Where is this mastery? 2 seconds. I'm not going to go out and go into the mastery. I've got it here on the laptop, notebook, whatever it is. Mastery. Oh, I might not be able to go to it. I will do that. Yeah, I can't get into Dovetail Live for some strange reason. You as a porter at a private school, this is pretty much your responsibility. Yeah, but I'm not being responsible for someone that's too lazy to do anything. And he was supposed to be, he was being paid more than what I was I was on minimum wage, or just over minimum wage. He was getting paid more. He was already there. He'd been there for 2 weeks learning how to do stuff. But every time it was all the health and safety stuff coming in, he didn't want to know nothing about it. We were also going on about marking out the certain areas and routes in the warehouse where we could travel down and not blocking doors. And I was pretty stickler for that. And he said, look, leave it. When we get time to do it, we'll do it. And I'm just like thinking, the more time we leave to do it, the less, the more times we just leave it, it will never get done. And it just did my head in after a while. It's about to go Roy Orbison and Stevie Wonder. So that's where we are. Well, that's interesting. So where the hell are we running to then? Oh, we're going up there. Okay. There's a fire marshal. 90% of the time was just me in the office. And guess who set the bin on fire? Nice one, Dave. Oh my god. That's crazy. We're already under a zombie apocalypse. Those idiots that walk around glues their damn phones. Yeah. Well, I was pushing my mum a few years ago up the road in a wheelchair, and I wanted to get her home early because it was kick-out time for schools. And basically, there was a whole group of kids come round the corner. 2 of them were stuck their noses stuck to their screens, and they walked straight into my mum in the wheelchair. One of them swore at me, sort of thing, and had a right go. And I said, look, mate, I said, if you want to look where you're going, get off your fucking phone and look where you're going. I said, remember, you're on the phone, you walked into us. Don't moan at me. Use your fucking eyes. He just started getting gobby. I was just like, what? This is such a nice route on the PC. Same attitude when you're driving the train. I'll dump the air and close the regulator, and whistles the rest is to them and fate. I won't lose any sleep over it. No, that's it. I'm guilty of walking into a post when I have my phone in the hand. That's my fault. Blame me, exactly. Yeah, that's fair enough. I can understand why it won't work on a full timetable. There's a lot of services on the full version. Well, we've got to be approaching a station. You can see all the blue screens. Oh dear. You never take your phone with me when you go out. Nothing is that important that it cannot wait until I get back home. You refuse to be pestered by it. No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I mean, I think, to be honest, for me, if I don't take the phone with me, I'll probably end up having DWP phoning me and then basically leaving a message on there saying, well, you know, when they do eventually phone me back and I answer, they'll say, well, you know, why weren't you answering your phone? You know, blah, 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 blah. And they're that sort of people down here, they are. And I just like, I think, to be honest, there's so much of my life on my phone, then I feel naked without it. If you know, some people will know what I mean. But if my phone comes out my pocket, it's usually because it's my shopping list on there. Or I'm changing a song, or I'm using the camera on it, or answering a phone call, or a text message. That's it. Most of the time, it stays in my pocket. You keep your phone in the box when I'm firing or driving. You can't afford distractions. No, totally agree. Totally agree. It's like people still driving in the UK with their mobile phones on the phone. It's a distraction, and yeah. I've actually had the green light come on for me to go across the road, and the car drivers just sailed straight through, and I could see he was on the phone, and I shouted at him, "Get off the fucking phone!" as he drove past me. He didn't even know that the lights were green for me. The lights were red for him, green for me. Oh yeah, no, I understand. I mean, the thing was, Nick, basically with me, when all these cameras that started going on these phones and everything, I mean, you know, they call them smartphones for a reason. But I always turned around and said, I will never ever take my phone for railway photography. But I do. My phone goes with me, and it's my camera, literally. It's very rarely now, unless I go on a big trip out somewhere, that I take my main camera with me if I go train spotting. I'm literally take the phone. I have been taking the camera a few more times recently. What are we waiting for God's sake? There's got to be something coming off here. There you go. Should get a green in a minute. Just remembered I didn't do C4 or anything, have I? Oh well. The only time you would take your phone with you is if I'm expecting an urgent, important call. But it's usually when I am in that situation, I stay home until the call is done. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, for me, my phone is my part of life. I mean, especially, obviously, for when my mum was alive and I was caring for her and I was at work, although basically she wouldn't really be able to use the phone, but she did phone me every now and sometimes when we did have the phone here. But yeah, I've kind of grown up with it now being part of me, so to a degree. But like I said, I don't tend to use it a lot. Obviously, if I'm out, it's 95% of the time it's in the pocket unless I'm changing songs, which does it automatically answering a call. Ooh, cameras and that. But yeah, I think for us younger people, it's part of society, you know. I mean, it would be the last thing in the household that would be switched off when I go to bed. I mean, we live our lives on our phones. Most of us do, anyway. Well, this is taking a little bit longer than 9 minutes, isn't it? So what are we waiting for? I really don't see what we're waiting for. Anything coming up? Waiting for him. Look. God damn. You love random audio issues when preparing for a stream. Oh, that's a bugger. They could let us through by now. There he is. You value your time, especially now you're much older, and time is no longer a luxury. No, and you can fritter and waste the hours in any offhand way, Pink Floyd style. Oh yeah, definitely. Not worth rushing there because I got a red after the yellow. Oh, Diane Keaton has died. Godfather Annie Hall and Father of the Bride. Oh, bless her. 79 she was. Yeah, you can have your stream, mate. Really appreciate it. Thanks for popping in. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, he deserved that. She's also in Father of the Bride as well. Oops. Yeah, she. I mean, I can really only remember her as Mrs. Bouquet, and keeping up appearances. My mum loved her. No worries. It's fine. You're at your nan's. Oh, that's cool. Nans are great. Don't have any now. Your nan was married to a railwayman. Oh, awesome. You still got your hamster. Cool. Hmm. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. It's a 9-minute run. 20 minutes. 999. Accuracy bonus. That wasn't my fault. Stop. No, not even use cab systems. Didn't even get extra for that, which I wouldn't have got anyway. Right. Okay. So we're going to main menu it, and we're going to. Where are we going next? East Coast Mainline. We're not going to do Ruhr Signaled because I've done Mittenwald. So yeah, we'll just go straight to the East Coast Mainline. Ruhr Signaled. I'll probably do that next Thursday. Next Thursday stream. Don't fall off. Worked within some Oldenburg branch line for closing at 64. And before you say even is it for my ankle, it's not. What's for your ankle? Really not following there. Who was it who asked for Ruhr Signaled? Was it you, Dave? Dave, did you ask for Ruhr Signaled? I read that as ankle. I do apologise, Snake. Yeah, sorry. We'll do that on Thursday, Dave. Sorry, we'll run that Thursday. Actually, I can run it tomorrow because it's a members only stream tomorrow. Yeah, so I completely forgot about that. So, what I remember. Want to know what members only get? Click that link there. For $3.99 a month, you get the following 2 members only live streams per month and everything else. Oh, what could we run? See that? I don't even have any single. See all these freights in the bloody evening. Yeah, won't be doing any of those. We're going to do the 1 Lima 04 Sheffield to Norwich in a 158. And you know what? I'm going to be so daring. We're going to do it with dynamic weather on. I think I'm going to have to do a stream at some point, and it's just going to be you guys are going to choose the routes, and then we're going to do all the routes, all the runs as conductor mode. Yeah, I just said about that, Cole. She's also in Father of the Bride as well. Wasn't she the one who's married to Woody Allen? You were snoozing? How dare... Nah, that's fine. God, absolutely appalled. That's... Damn it, DRA's on. Peterborough in 28 miles. Oh, we're all slipping. Whoops. Other than wearing you out. I mean, that's what's going to happen to me when I eventually get a job. Absolutely knackered. I think you'll get used to it within the next couple of weeks. Work the curse of the drinking classes, Oscar Wilde. 28-mile run to Peterborough. So is it like a permanent job, or is it temporary, or like in through an agency sort of thing? Yeah, we'll get into the swing of it in a couple of weeks. Yeah, which is awesome. You do miss it, but you don't miss it that much. I miss being able to walk easily a whole lot more. Yeah. I mean, I applied. I think I applied for 3 jobs this week. One of them, all through an agency. Permanent, full time. They just won a £200 million contract for a rail freight depot. So once we finish the sections for HS2, we'll probably move on to that. Oh, that's awesome. You're dreading your next DWP review, being 5 years since I won my appeal, and they review it in 2 years. Yeah. I've got Tuesday's going to be a stressy day for me. I've got doctors, which probably, well, will almost certainly mean that I have to go see a consultant, and then it'll be an ultrasound and possibly a procedure or a operation. And then in the afternoon, I've got all that is down 6-7 months time. So first off, it'll be to see the consultant, and then an ultrasound. But it'll probably end up in having to have an operation. You're actually doing East Coast Mainline route now? Oh, cool. I'm doing the 158. Love a bit of the 158. And then Tuesday afternoon, I got my bi-monthly DWP chat, 10 minutes when it's a little bit more than 10 minutes, and then they try and tell you got to do more job searching, blah, 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 blah. I mean, one of the jobs that I applied for, it said it was in Poole, an industrial estate which I used to work at, which is just up the road from me. So it's a bus up to the industrial estate, boom, and then bus in the evening back. So yeah, it'd get me here. Well, I'd get to the bus station and then basically, walk back from the bus station, which is about a 10-minute walk. But then, when you go into it, it said the location is BH23. So I was like, where the hell's that? That's got to be Rhein Airport, Bournemouth area. So I looked it up on Google Maps. Yeah, big massive area around Rhein Airport. Huge big, like 10 square mile area. And it does say you'll need your own you need your own transport. I'm like, so is it BH17, which is just up the road from me, or BH23, which is at least 5 miles away in a 10 mile square radius? Where is it? So it's depending where it is, and if I get accepted to go for an interview, whether I'll go or not. Because if it's somewhere over Rhein Airport, I've got no means of getting over to the Rhein Airport. There's no bus service to Rhein Airport. Bournemouth International Airport, no bloody bus service. Pfft. Yeah, okay, that's great. So I won't be taking a job up there. But DWP, some people in there turn around and say, "Oh, you must be able to travel up to 90 minutes away from your home," and I'm just like, no. And they turned around and said, "Why?" I said, "Because if there's no one there at the job where I have to travel a maximum of 90 minutes from my home to where I currently work, and I'm having a Meniere's attack, how the hell do I get home?" I said I can do 10-15 minutes on bus rides, I said, but how the hell am I supposed to get home when I'm having a Menier's attack? In a 90-minute journey, am I supposed to be throwing up on this bus for 90 minutes? I said, they'll kick me off. And all you get is, yeah, but you're fit enough to work. And then that's if I get a job where they'll actually take me on because of my Meniere's disease. And there are people turning around and say, oh yeah, well they've got to because it's under the disability. But it's not classed as a disability. And I know exactly what these people are saying, but it's not classed, it's not down, it is a disability. DWP don't see it as a disability. I mean, I trust me. I want a job. I want to earn my living. I want to get some money in, get some money behind me, and then just not live and have to explain myself to the bloody government, where I've paid my tax and national insurance since I was 16. You know, and in 10 years' time, 12 years' time, I want to turn around and say, up yours, I paid my dues. Yeah, they turned around and said, yeah, but you can do some work. But when I'm having a Menier's attack, am I expected to walk into work? I can't walk to the toilet. And I turned around and said to him, I said, basically, when I'm having a Menier's attack, if I have a Menier's attack, I'm actually in bed, I will be staying in bed. And if I can get to the toilet where I can get a bucket, I will get the bucket and I'll go back to bed. And I'll be staying in bed for as long as it takes for me to get rid of this, have my medication around me, have the phone, whatever that I need to be around me until it clears. And they have turned around and asked me, well, how long will that take? And I said, I don't know, anything from a couple of hours to a couple of weeks to a month or two. And the guy was just sat there shaking his head. He said, no, it can't last more than a month. I went, look up Meniere's disease. Google it. I'm just getting fed up with people that they turn around and say, oh yeah, well you'll be able to cope with it, blah blah blah, all this. It's like all these so-called experts that when you tell them you're type 2 diabetic, oh yeah, you can reverse that. Oh right, okay. Mm-hmm. Since when have you been a doctor of medicine? Thing is though, if I have a Menier's attack at work, they can't do anything but phone an ambulance for me. That's it. My old place, they took me home because I insisted, because my mum would be there. You know, she'd know what to do. And if obviously it did worsen, then I would have to go to hospital. But if it was the point where I'm continually throwing up, then I need an anti-sickness injection, because taking anti-sickness tablets just don't work. You end up throwing them back up. Let me turn that down now. I've got agencies telling me, I've 2 agencies so far, that they won't put me on their books because of my Meniere's disease. I mean, the thing is, all I'm interested in is warehouse work, and I'm not interested in shifts. Split shifts, stuff like what Carl's doing. 1 week nights, 1 week days. Not interested in that. Not interested in twilight shifts, starting at 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, because all that does not do my many air's disease any good. 8 o'clock, 8:30 to 4:30, 6 o'clock. That's all I want to work. If there's overtime on a Saturday, I'll consider doing overtime. But I'm not interested in doing shift work. Starting work at 3 o'clock in the afternoon till midnight. I've got to walk home then at midnight, pissing down with rain. Don't do my diabetes any good. Don't do my air's disease any good. And to be honest, I've done my time doing shift work. I kind of want my life back in the evenings. It's obviously when I was caring for my mum and I was still working, I was, like I said, I've said time before, I get up in the morning, probably about 7:30, make sure she gets up, gets her sorted, and I go upstairs and get myself ready while she's having her breakfast. I then come down, get my breakfast, get her stuff, what she needs for the day, and then I go to work. Start work at 9:30, I think it was. Work through till 6 o'clock. I get home about 6:30, 7:15. Then literally make sure that she's had her tea, because sometimes she'll make her own tea sort of thing. If not, she'll wait for I to come in, and I'm just like, oh God, what she wants sort of thing. So I've got to do a tea. And then I still got to do my tea. And then I've got to have had that. Sit down for about half an hour, because I've been on the go, especially certain things if she's had slight accidents, where I've then got to clean all that up before I have tea. And then literally by the time I've just gone and had a shower and then sorted something out on the PC, there were times obviously when if I was streaming, I'd turn around and say, sorry guys, can't stream tonight, got too much stuff here to do. And it's happened over that time. So then I'd end up, she'll want to go to bed to about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock sort of thing, boom. And then that's her gone to bed. I'm upstairs just sitting down watching a film or doing the stream. Then within about 2 hours of her going to bed, it's up every half an hour to 45 minutes. She wants to go to the toilet. I then go to bed absolutely knackered about midnight sort of thing. And then that doesn't stop. That every 45 minutes to 2 hours, boom, over through night. And that's what I'm doing. And then basically next morning the alarm goes off. I'm up, tired, getting her up, sorting her out. Oh, cool. And rinse and repeat 24/7. The only difference on a Saturday and a Sunday was that I didn't have to get up to go to work. But then I was all doing the housework, doing the food shopping and everything. So, you know what I mean? I want my life back. And my sister turned around, she's one of these people that turns around and goes, oh, it's flexible working. She goes, it's called flexible working because you decide what hours you work. I said, yeah, I'm deciding what hours I want to work. 8:30 till 4:30, 6 o'clock at night. That's the hours I want. I don't want to do shift work. I'm not interested in it. And they got to respect that. But they just try pushing you that extra bit. Oh, go for retail. Well, you know what's going to happen in retail. They'll want you there Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then you have 2 days off the following week. God knows that at their time, if they got enough staff to cover it. I don't want that. So yeah, just people said I shouldn't pick and choose, but oh mate, it really is. I mean, I've got to say it's been great. No, well, it sounds wrong that since she's gone, it's been great because I haven't had to worry the stress and the hassle. But I've had different types of stress and hassle, and my mental health shit and everything. And I don't mind working between the hours of 8:30 through to 4, 5, 6. As long as I can get home, I'm happy. Within a half an hour of I finish work, I'm happy. It's when they turn around and say, "Oh, you got to travel up to 90 minutes away from your home for a job." No, I don't. And I won't. That's 3 hours a day. And I'll end up getting sanctioned. I know I will. No, they're all saying, "Oh, why don't you take a part-time job somewhere or a voluntary job somewhere?" If I do a job, I want paying for it. I'm not going to do. I'm no disrespect to people that do voluntary jobs, voluntary work. They like doing that sort of thing. Fine, but I want a job. If I do a job, I'm not going to volunteer to do it and not get paid. Because basically, if I do a voluntary job, I'm still going to get DWP down on me saying, "Oh, I've got to look for a full-time job." You know what I mean? But I am doing like a full-time job, but I'm volunteering for it. But I'm not getting paid for it. And it's just, I don't know, guys. It's just, this will be my last one tonight. I'm tired. But I'm live again tomorrow night. Members only stream tomorrow. Hit the join button if you're interested in becoming a member. £3.99 a month. Yeah. They want you off their books. That's what it is. They want you off their books. And there are, you take a part-time job. There are other companies that turn around and say, we don't want you working for another company unless you ask us permission and we allow it. But then you've got DWP turning around saying, "Oh, yeah, you can do another part-time job in the evening." No, I can't, because they might, over occasionally, they might want me to do more hours. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. I mean, it's, most of the time now you have to go through agencies to get a job. And I've had now, 26 jobs I've applied for, and I've heard back from 3, which I didn't get. I'm waiting on now 3 or 5 jobs I'm waiting to hear from. And I'm probably only hear from 1 of them. The rest, they'll just go by the wayside. They won't get back in contact with you. I've made a note. I printed off every single job application I go for. I mark every single job in my journal that I go for, and then when I hear something, I'll mark it down in my journal. Or if I don't hear anything within a month or month and a half, I'll put down no reply, no reply, no reply, no reply on every single one. I mean, they expect you to sit at your computer for 4 hours, 4 days a week. I can go through the job list within about an hour and a half. They say go through all your job things and everything. I even look, when I get emails through, I look at it on my email, go for it. Have I applied for it? Boom, apply for it. So I get up on my PC and I'm there. I had one that I looked at today, and it was coming from LinkedIn. It come in from Plymouth. I was like, I'm not fucking commuting to Plymouth. So no, you know. So yes, looking for a job is not the thing. Best thing to do. They all say, "Oh, we'll go through agencies." I'm going through agencies. 2 agencies don't want me. You know. So yeah, this is what happens when you know 27 years of working in a warehouse environment, doing supervisors, doing various shifts. You know, being treated like shit, and look where it gets you at the end of the day. Doesn't get you anywhere. You left school on the Friday, had a birthday party on the Saturday, and started work on the MOD on the Monday. After 6 months, you was bored, right, so you quit and got a proper job in the bookshop. Awesome. No, you know, it's... Oh. It's annoying because there have been some people that have been really horrible about it. I mean, my sister was saying to me, you know, about the shift work. She goes, well, it's flexible working. But it's not flexible working. If you think... I know Carl does it, and I'm not saying anything about that for you, Carl. That's if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. I'm one of these people that have done the 6 till 2 1 week, 2 till 10 the next week. And I just don't enjoy it. Didn't enjoy it at all. And I hated I did that for about 4 years. I've done night shifts, not interested in it. I've done the twilight shifts where I've done from 3 to 11. But all that was when I then came home and then had to look after my mum. Get her sorted, ready for bed and everything. And I've been through there. I don't want to do it. I'm not interested in it. And now I'm getting job offers from companies that when I turn around by email, I've sent them. I've replied to their emails. They're saying, "Oh, just phone us, and you'll be chatting to our boss in no time." It's basically hear us out. It will be a you know, the boss makes a speech, everything sort of thing. Then he'll pass you through to one of our colleagues. And I was just like, "What? So there's no interview then?" You know? And it's supposedly advertising, but then it all changes sort of thing, that your client, you get logged with a client and you have to manage all their advertising stuff. And it's a scam. It's nothing but a scam because you got to go out and look for those clients. You got to sell yourself to those clients. I'm like, so you're not given any clients then? And it is a complete scam because at the end of the day, the only money you get is what you earn for these clients, if you get any. And I'm like, well, that's wrong. You work for this company, they don't pay you. And I'm like, nah, you're right. And I messaged them, because this is the second time they got in contact with me. I said, I'm not really interested. So, yeah, I was like that. And I was expecting nothing more from it. But then I got a phone call from them. And I was just like, yeah, I said that I'm in an email that I'm not... Oh, no, that's not my one, is it? No, that's theirs. Damn. I said to her, I said, I messaged back saying I'm not really interested. I said, remove my details from the database. And she said, oh, yeah, but we thought... I said, well, you know, it's obviously what I want. I'm not interested. Remove my details from the database. I said, what isn't easy about that? And I said, I'm not interested. So what makes you think I'm going to be interested because you're phoning me? There are people who just have no affinity for wanting to work shifts, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what hours you want. Yeah, and you're comfortable and happy to work. Exactly. And the DWP should be happy to accept that, because I bet some of them would want to work shifts. Yeah, I mean, I'm just not interested. I've done my my time doing shift work. And I'm sorry if I'm boring people and they're all going off, not watching anymore. But yeah, you know, it's just, I just don't want to do it, and they got to accept that. I mean, my current work coach, absolutely brilliant. He's been brilliant, but I kind of think that he's getting a little bit frustrated because I'm not getting the jobs, sort of thing. Well, there's not much I can do about that because I'm doing what I can. Oh, I have got it there. I wonder if I can sign in onto that. I'm looking onto this company now that oh, for God's sake. I don't think it. Oh, another 66. Something tells me they're not mine. No. So the spawning thing's broken then, hasn't it? So I submitted application to a company on the 15th of September, nearly a month ago, and I've not heard anything. It just says submitted under review. Now, I always get to that point that if they're interested in you, you'll hear back from them. I heard back from one company when they were looking at my CV, and they messaged me saying, why was there gaps in my CV, in my work history? And I messaged them back, basically explaining why. Didn't even get a thank you for that or anything. Not heard anything from them. That was over a month and a half ago. You know, when Carl turned around and said that he had got himself a permanent job, I was just like, absolutely fantastic. So happy for him. And it's just like every time you don't even get someone messaging you back saying, oh, unfortunately you didn't get the job, better luck, I hope, you know, good luck in your future endeavors, blah 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 blah. You don't even get that. And when you actually read on like the where you listed your jobs are on your no. No! Oh, you son of a... Oh, this is... Oh, this... Yeah! Let me out! Let me out! Let me out! Hope it's get cold for you in there. Bloody hell. Yeah, so when you look on you know, your agency site, and there's a list there of all the jobs that you've I thought you was there holding that. You know, that you've applied for. Then you see the jobs where it says, oh, jobs closed, jobs closed, jobs closed, positions closed, positions taken. And you know then, oh, I've got, you know, no one told me, no one messaged me. Do you know what I mean? It's so demoralising. It really is. Basically, I'm after a warehouse type job where I've done warehouse pick pack, dispatch, driving forklifts, and just basically loading, loading and unloading lorries, that sort of thing, because that's what I've done for the past 27 years. I'm actually a trained coach builder. I was, but haven't done that for God knows how many years, so I've got hiccups. Oh, it's Pretty Cat. Hello, Pretty Cat. So, yeah, the hours for me it would be basically I'm happy to work from 8:30 through till between 4:30, 6 o'clock sort of thing, and as long as it's not too far away from where I live, because basically it's a problem of having to get there because I don't have a bike. I can't really use a bike because of my Meniere's disease. If I have a problem, like an episode on a bike, then I'm at more danger to myself than anyone else. So this is why I don't have my driving license anymore, because it's been revoked because of my illness. Warehouse jobs are it's various times during the day. Yeah, you know, but there are jobs out there between 4:30, from about 8:30 till 5-6 o'clock at night. So there are the jobs there, but there are people that will just they're okay with, you know what I mean, the work and the shifts. I'm not. I don't want to do the shift work. Let's try, I can hear a 66 sounder. There she is. Excuse me, mate. So yeah, that's my preferences. Just sit on there for a bit. But it's just like there are some people that think, oh no, you should do it. You should take any job going along. There's a lot of people that, when I comment on Facebook about it, they turn around and say, oh, you beggars shouldn't be choosers. You're happy when DWP sent me over to Restart because you're welcome, because at your welcome induction, I told them to give me as many training courses as they could. Yeah, but I mean, for me, Restart was good. And then up to the point when my job coach died at Restart, at CTEC, I was then, after that, they didn't really know what to do with me. They put me from pillar to post, who didn't really know what to do with me. And then I went to someone else who didn't really know what to do with me. And then, boom, that was my year up. They were just glad they got rid of me, And the guy, Dan, who died, he helped me so much. So you're losing your job soon, being made redundant, gonna have to start looking for a job again with right hours and time of day. Yeah, exactly. It is annoying. And to be honest, I knew I'd have this problem because I went through agencies and they weren't, they turned around and said to me, basically I was explaining everything with my mum's health, with my health, and they said, well, the companies pay us and we pay you to be there, And I've had that for some people where I turned around and said, well, I've got a number of appointments coming up. Oh no, we need you there all the time. What about holiday? Paid holiday? Am I not allowed to have that off? And yeah, you don't phone someone up and say you're a perfect candidate for this choice. Oh, okay, that's cool. This job, brilliant. Yeah, sounds all right. It's just down the road from me. Brilliant. And then you turn around and say, oh yeah, well, unfortunately, I've got a couple of appointments. Doctors come up, sort of thing. Hospital. Oh no, we need you there all the time. That's no good to me, is it? What am I supposed to do? Go to the hospital at night? That's not mine, is it? No. So, yeah, it's unforgiving, a lot of it. I'm sorry to hear about you losing your job as well, which is a big pain in the arse. The hardest thing in a job interview is when you realise the person sat opposite you doing your interview is a complete moron. Yep. Exactly. I've only ever had one interview, and it was last year when I went for this Wilkinson job. And even then I thought I did shit. But he turns around and says to me, he goes, so where would you like to work? I said, just do it on the shop floor. And I said, I'm just interested in shop floor, want to try something different. I worked 27 years in a warehouse, I just want to try something different. Well, okay, you sure you don't want to do warehouse? And I swear that little fucker put me down for warehouse. That's why I went down into the warehouse. Yeah, I've got 27 years experience, but I want to come out and do something slightly different. No. Even if I went into a shop environment now, they put me in their warehouse. Which is, yeah, fine, I'm looking for warehouse work, but I'd all be working in a warehouse again and doing shift work. Same here, this job is the only interview you've ever had. You got 4 jobs, you had 2 cash in hand jobs and 2 part-time jobs, but I am losing one of the jobs. That's a bugger. I mean, I wish I could live stream on YouTube every day and make a job out of it, but if I do that, I have to come off benefits. I've got to be earning about 125% more than what I am now currently on with YouTube, and it's not guaranteed, so there's no way I can make a job out of it. You just cannot do it, because you know, when I've had viewerships today go down as low as 2 up to currently we've got 9, we've had about 18 people in, so I can't do this 7 days a week, 5 days a week and make it work, earning over £1,500 a month. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work that way. So this is good as a little side bonus for me, keep me tracked, keep me busy, talking to you guys as well, trying to keep me sane. But yeah, I didn't know there's bloody those there as well. You got any hold on. Oh no, it's just all, there's a few more there. You know, it just won't work out as taking it up full time. You used to earn the dole money years ago. You hated it. You would rather work out somewhere long as you got your weekends off. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't mind working on a Saturday as overtime, but it's got to be my choice. I'm not being told, well, you either do it or you don't do it. Yeah, if I want to do it, then I'll do it because it's stuff that I want to do. But, you know, if I can't do it on a Saturday, it is a choice, and I'll do it if I can. No, it's some people just wait. You either do it all the time or you don't do it. Well, don't do it then. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for tonight. I will do this Sunday special, the Sunday members only special tomorrow. That'll be from 1930. Thank you all for watching and listening to me bitch as well. Sorry, I always do that, and yeah, don't mean to, but yeah. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it. I will speak to you later. Have fun and have a good rest of your weekend if you don't tune in tomorrow or you suddenly become a member. But yeah, really appreciate it anyway. And I will see you tomorrow or Monday. So have fun and take it easy. See you later. Bye-bye. Yeah, we are allowed to rant every now and then. Mine seems to be all the time at the moment.